So this is exactly how it looks like inside the WordPress dashboard. Once you have installed WordPress, this is what you are going to be seeing when you click on the WordPress dashboard, and you are exactly here. So you're just going to be seeing some text, some promotional information here, or some updates about certain plugins, and that is how and what you're going to be seeing every day as a web designer working on WordPress. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you here, this is just a home section telling you about everything that you are seeing here currently, and the next here is Astra. This is just a theme that actually just installed on this website, which we are going to be starting to build from, and we're going to begin from scratch. But I'm also going to be showing you in a moment how to actually install themes, which is going to be very, very simple. So the next on our list here is Post, and Post just has to deal with what you actually post on your website, especially for those who are going to be having blogs, or those who are going to be building blogs, as I'm going to be showing you also how to build blogs. You're just going to be seeing every single post that you have made, the categories, the tags, and everything about that post. So as of now, this website is completely blank, so just have a draft post here, which I think is definitely empty, and it has the default uncategorized section of every post, because some posts might not be categorized. So this portion here, you cannot remove it from your website. So after the post section, we'll have the media section, which is also very, very important, because definitely the media section actually carries all the files, images, videos, and documents that you actually post on your website. For this case here, the theme which I actually installed carried this, and that is why you actually have to see all this media, which I'm also going to be deleting in a moment because we'll not need much of that. So this section of the pages here actually carries every single page on the site, and as you can see, we have 0 pages here, and we're going to be creating pages: the about page, the contact us page, and every single page that we're going to be creating on this website is going to definitely show on this section. So after talking about the pages, you have this comment section here, which definitely shows every single comment someone drops on your website. You're going to find it here. As of now, our website is completely blank, so there's nothing here. So when someone drops a comment, maybe say on your blog post or any article that you write on your website, you're going to find it here. So WordCommerce is another plugin. I'm not going to talk about that now. And all these products, analytics, and marketing has to do with that WordCommerce plugin, and I'm going to be skipping that here. So another key thing that you actually have on your WordPress dashboard, which is very important, is this section here for appearance. Appearance actually carries the themes, it carries the customization tab, it carries the widgets, menus, and definitely what happens on appearance is definitely how people are going to see your website on the front end. Like when your website is actually published, the theme they are going to use is here, which I'm going to be showing you how to install themes in a moment, how to customize these themes, like to add maybe some text, how your tagline is going to look like, the title of your website is going to look like. You can actually customize that in the appearance section. And widgets has to do mostly with people who are building blogs or building a website that has to have a navigation on the right hand side, or definitely all of that I'm going to be showing you that when we get into Elementor, or when we start customizing our website. And the menu section is also very important, because on the menu section, that's where you get to decide what you show on your menu bar. And as you can see here, we have no item on the menu section, just the home tab, which I think is just blank because we have never created any page. So when you start building pages, you're going to take those pages and add on your menu tab. That's why when you see a website, you have different tabs that you can actually click on to go to different page. Let's say the about page, the contact us page, the home page, and everything is always displayed on the menu. For the mobile, it has that the 3 bars where you click on and you can see the menu. On the laptop or definitely on the desktop, you actually have it horizontally in most cases, where you can click on each tab and go to that specific page. All that deciding of the controlling and showing what is going to be on the menu tab is done at this section. So we have starter template here, which is from the theme which I actually installed, and we have the theme file editor where you can make changes. And definitely most of the time, this page here, we don't actually have to do anything to it, because it might distort the whole of your website, except you are a super expert and you know what you're going to be doing to customize a theme, which I rarely do, and I don't think it's very, very necessary. So another important tab here is this plugins tab, and on the plugins tab, you get to see every single plugin that you have installed on the site. And as you can see, we have a couple plugins here. Definitely in the future, I'm going to be showing you how to install these plugins, how to activate them, and how to actually use them. And the users tab here actually have a list of users, like every single user that is on your website, the administrator, the subscriber. When someone subscribes to your website, create an account, you're going to have the list of all those users here. As you can see, these are some users which I was just trying to do as a template so that I can actually show you here. These are just random users I created, but definitely when someone signs into your website and creates an account, the person displays here as a subscriber. displays as a customer, displays as a subscriber, and that's how you can actually decide how it should show. You can decide that when someone subscribes from this page, it should be a customer, it should be a subscriber. I'm going to walk you through all that in a moment. And the most important here, we have the administrator, and the administrator has power to decide whatever you're going to see. So if you subscribe to this website, I can decide to make you a subscriber, to make you a customer, to make you an SEO expert, and I can also add users from this same page. So if I want to add a user, I just need to come here and click on add new. I put the person's email, put the person's name, and everything I set up. I decide what the person is going to do: an editor, an SEO expert, a manager, and the person is going to be added to the WordPress website. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about here is the settings, and these settings here is also very important because you get to decide how your website will look like. So let's go to the general section. I'm going to walk you through how the general section actually looks like and the settings you can make. So your site title, in this case here, this is just a random name I just put here. You decide your site tagline, and you decide the WordPress URL. So you can actually change this to anything depending on if you already have a domain name. You can actually change the domain name to whatever you want to put. We have the site URL, we have the administrator email. We have to decide new user default, like when someone logs into your website and creates an account by default, should that person be a customer, should that person be an administrator, or should that person be whatever you decide to choose from this drop down. It's very, very important, and you're going to get to know that as you are building websites and you're working. You're going to decide a lot on that. So you can decide your site language to be in English. You can decide your site language to be in multiple languages by installing a plugin, which I'm going to also show you. That it's very, very simple, and this is just the base. It's always important that you put your site language, because by default most websites are in English. Definitely, depending on your location, you can decide to put your site language in French. So it's going to vary from person to person and from location. So you can actually decide your date format, you can decide your time format, and you can decide when the week starts. So these are just basic things that you will just decide to do when you have fully created a website, and at the end you save changes and update, which I'm not going to do at this moment. So after looking at this general setting, you can decide the writing, the reading, the discussion, the media links, and another important thing is these permalinks, because these permalinks actually decide how your website links are going to look like. So you can decide to make it plain, to have the post name, to have the custom structure, and all these you just try it out and you see the results, and you're going to get to understand. So that's it about having the WordPress dashboard, and that's exactly how it looks like when you have installed a new WordPress website to your hosting, and it's just going to look like this. Slight changes, but the whole idea is the same. So in the next section, I'm going to be walking you through how you can start building your WordPress website with Elementor, and I'm going to be showing you everything in detail.